Hey guys, this is your friend Billy from the band Fear to Stop at fear2stop.bandcamp.com. Links in the SIG. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Hope everybody's doing good. You doing good over there?
Great.
Yep, of course. You're on your phone, so everything is peachy. This time I'm going to remember to fix my collar before I upload the video, or finish the video, as it were. No, someone the other day left me a message saying, "Hey, yo, your collar's up. You a priest?" And I'm like,
Who cares?
Anyway, guys, we took a little stroll down memory lane earlier. I actually caught a flat tire in memory lane. But, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Our daughter's she's about to finish up 8th grade. Get ready for school right now, but, not finishing today, but I mean, in general. And, we're going to high school her pretty soon. I don't know what the hell they're doing upstairs. Anyway, kind of got me thinking about my high school days and just how much things have changed in general. Besides the obvious, like technology and stuff, obviously, way people dress and everything. I was actually watching a video with my kid, and they had like footage of like high schoolers from like back in the day. Forgot what year it was, like 1990 something. And that narrows it down, right? It was around my generation, okay? 1994, thanks, son. The first thing, like two things. Number one, she said the same thing. Pretty much everybody still acts the same, every generation. It's not that much different. Some of the sayings are coming back, which is crazy. Man, everything gets recycled. The other thing is like, boy, we didn't used to dress plain. You look at the clothes that we wore back then in high school. They were boring, yo.
We did?
Yes! For real.
My stuff was fashionable.
Honey, we all dressed the same. Well, not all of us dressed the same. And we had the kickers, we had the gangsters, we had the preps, the jocks, the goths, and whatever the hell I was.
The stoners.
Not then, or ever, bad, okay? For reals. It was like crazy. Like some of the hairstyles were hilarious. This one dude had like this. You remember when the bowl haircut went out of style in the '80s, and it was replaced by the wannabe surfer hairstyle, where everybody had the Dennis Wilson hair in the early '90s. What's wrong?
The dude had Aaron Carter hair.
Yeah, he had Aaron Carter hair. But it was basically a '60s Dennis Wilson, or early '60s Dennis Wilson with a lot of gel. It's like that, and like this part up here is kind of wiggling. Like everything else is just like plastered to his head. And I remember looking at him, and he had his hair like this parted in the middle, right? And the first thing I thought was like, that fool bald now. I know it. It was like, it's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, I bet he's aged almost as bad as Chris Novoselic from Nirvana.
You're wrong.
Jay, you should see what he looks like now. He looks like a banker. It's hilarious. He looks like somebody trying to, refinance my mortgage. If I had one, I'm at an apartment. I have a mortgage. What's in the box?
My makeup.
What's in the box?
My makeup.
Only in this household can we joke around with our 14-year-old about the movie Seven, or make a reference to it. So, we kind of messed up in this household. Make Trevor Phillips references, because, GTA. Oh, we got to finish GTA 5 as soon as I can get a way to charge my PlayStation 4 controller. Got a PlayStation 5 controller, but no PlayStation 5. That's like a ham and no burger. Robo, no tussin'.
They're going to say Robo and no cop.
Oh, cop! Okay, I was going to say, what? I was like, yikes. Is there like a Drill Bit Taylor reference there? Anyway. Crickets. Yeah, so That got me some, in the rabbit hole of going on YouTube trying to see if any of our stuff was archived. It wasn't. Of course not. They had our high school stuff from like 1992. Had choir concert from 1996 that I wasn't in. I wasn't. It was the 1 year I wasn't in choir. It was the 1 year it was on the freaking thing. But no, J. Frank Dobie, class in 1997.
Wait a minute.
Yo,
How were you able to let her inquire when you wasn't in it for 96?
I didn't let her.
I thought you did. You have the letter. You have the Letterman jacket.
Yeah, I don't have no letter.
I thought you had
No.
phone there.
Oh, wait, I think I did. You know,
did.
I was my sophomore year. I wasn't in it, but I was in my senior year. I know that, and I was like in the UIL choir and everything.
Yeah, but you just said in 96 you wasn't in there. In 96 we were juniors.
I know. Okay, it was 95. I wasn't in the UIL choir. I know that because that's the one they did Hello Dolly, and
Yeah, dude, you were in choir because.
yeah, I wasn't in UIL choir, honey. That's what I was trying to tell you. So I wasn't in there. I wasn't the one that was on there. I wasn't doing Hello Dolly. Which is, my God, I would have lost, just that sentence killed what's left of my street cred. God, bless America. I was in journalism. I was in choir. I was a copy editor
Oh my God.
in the yearbook
Oh my God.
and newspaper. Yo,
The article that she wrote in the newspaper.
which one? That narrows it down, guys. Oh, the one where I tripped out because of how disrespectful they're acting when that girl was talking about how her best friend died in the accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
really.
gotta tell you how the day started.
No,
so that's what
no.
led to it.
Okay, go ahead. Tell how it started. Cause I'm about to. That brings my piss to a boil.
Okay. So what happened was
Very offensive.
it was first off there was two things that was wrong with this day. Okay.
Lots.
Number one, it was on a Friday. Okay.
Tell what day it was.
It was
Her.
St. Patrick's
them.
Day. It was St. Patrick's Day. You know how people act on St. Patrick's Day. And it was Assembly Day.
At high school, guys.
In
We're
high
talking about high school. He's like they know what you're talking about.
Wait, I was getting to it though.
Yes, ma'am.
It was Assembly Day. So, how it worked was if your teacher signed up for you to go to an assembly for that period, you got to go. But it was up to the teachers, okay?
Discretion.
So,
Discretionary.
yeah, it was discretionary. So, I went to the first assembly, and it was the strongest man in the world.
Oh yeah.
And
Anthony Clark.
yeah, Anthony Clark.
He was a graduate, class of '84.
Yeah, Dobie. So I went to that assembly. Everything was all good. People were behaving themselves for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
And then second period came. Well, I had Mr. Ashby for biology, but he didn't sign up for assembly,
Right.
so we just had regular class.
Okay.
And then third period, I had Miss Chapman.
You don't have to use specific names, but.
Okay, so she signed up for it, and it was a thing on AIDS.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was the AIDS assembly. So everybody was all sad and depressed and crying and stuff like that, and it was a sad story. So people were like, man, that's so sad. So then, fourth period comes.
Right.
My fourth period teacher, she signed up for the assembly. And it was the legal process of what happens if you're caught drinking and driving, and what you gotta go through. And it was a play. It was made up like a play, and then they did kind of like a PSA on it or whatever.
Okay.
So people were getting kind of rambunctious, They were getting kind of rambunctious, but it was okay,
You what?
So after that comes fifth and sixth period. Now, I had two different teachers, which meant I ended up sitting through the same assembly twice because they did the same thing, the same subject matter. Fifth period, it was about this girl who had lost a friend in a car accident due to drunk driving, and they showed the slideshow with the tears in heaven and everything.
The song.
The song, and you know they had an EMS worker on the scene, and she talked about what happened or whatever. So that was fifth period.
All right, let me get
And
to
then
the.
sixth period comes. I'll let you take over.
Thank you. All right, this is the only part that matters, guys. During this poor girl's speech, talking about how her friend died, she's crying, she's in tears. Man, people are making jokes and stuff when they were doing a video and they were playing Eric Clapton, "Tears in Heaven," which is, I'm not a big Clapton mark, but kind of capping on it anyway. It's kind of disrespectful since his little boy took a tumble out of top of a building or whatever, or out of a window or whatever.
Out of a window.
Yeah, same thing. That kid would be in his 30s now if he was still alive.
Really?
He'd be in his mid-damn 30s. That's scary. Anyway, so they're playing this stuff, and while they're doing a video and they're doing an in memoriam thing, they're playing, when they're playing "Tears in Heaven," but the fools in the school got freaking lighters out. We're doing like this, like they're in a concert and making jokes and stuff and laughing.
I saw.
And they're real good. The survivors, like right there, freaking single tear coming out there, like she was like one of my ancestors when they took our land. I mean, I was like, seriously, like, remember any of the commercials?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I got cashews stuck in my root canal tooth.
She had a single tear come down her eye.
Yeah, I'm like, that's very disrespectful. So what I did, now let me explain something to you guys. I'm gonna do this in a succinct, quick manner. I like a certain person. Love you, honey. This is like Word of Roses again. I'm just joking, maybe. Don't eat the fish.
Whatever.
That's out of context. It's a Word of Roses reference, guys. But anyway, I seriously got a cashew stuck in my. Oh. There we go. No, I'm like missing part of it, like 3/4 of a tooth back here, and this one had a root canal about 21 years ago, or 20 years ago. That's the top popped off, and I have to eat with my front tooth like I'm a rabbit. Right? It's stupid. Anyway, so I mentioned earlier that I was in the newspaper at school, and your book, but I was in the newspaper. And see, one thing you guys don't know about me is that back in the day I was very quiet. I was very reserved. I was a quiet kid in the class. It was everybody else was jerking off. I'm jerking around or whatever. I was doing my classwork or daydreaming about music, writing music in my head most of the time. The junior year, that's what got me through a horrible year. Still got trauma from that. Almost 30 years later. Jesus, I'm old. Not 30 years, but almost 30 years. Going on that. Anyway, so keep that in mind. I was not one to make their opinion known. All right. I was so offended, and rightfully so, I might add, by these little punks. Okay, there's a time to joke around and be funny. Okay. Hey, believe me, I'm the one to do that. There's another story I gotta tell you about this in a minute. But when you got somebody who's showing a video of a memorial for her best friend that died, and you're making jokes about that with the girl there too, on top of that, she's there, and they're making jokes and laughing and stuff about her friend dying. So I went on a rant. I actually did an editorial in the school newspaper, and I think I got it in storage somewhere. I do. I don't even know what it looks like. It's a collection of articles. It's in the binder, like one of them spiral things, and it's got a blue cover. Yeah. Oh man. And I went on a rant. I mean, I know you guys you went on a rant. Yeah, but I guess it was my first of many. second one like that was when I wrote into the local newspaper, or like locals in like local neighborhood, like the South Belt area over in Houston, Southeast Houston. The community paper. I wrote a letter. This is 1997. Okay, this is after I already graduated, and about the dress code because they were going to uniforms. And even though it didn't affect me, I'm one of those people. I still got the. I want to catch you. Anyway, with Dennis, this sucks. Okay. Anyway, guys. So, what was I saying? Moral of the story is what?
You were talking about the dress code.
Yeah. So even though it didn't affect me personally, I went in that school. What the hell do I care? It still offended me. And I'm saying, the whole thing was basically, they said it was because they wanted people to be able to concentrate in their schoolwork and not have to worry about the more poor kids not being able to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, in fashion, and it was a distraction. No, it's because it had to do, real talk is, because we're not in the best area. Boy, they should see it now, huh?
I know, right?
We all know 24 years ago. Jesus, next year's our 25 reunion. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, I wrote a, mostly polite letter, not profane, surprisingly. That came later. Letter, and it got published in the community paper, outlining why the standardized dress, or actually it was standardized dress. It wasn't quite. It was uniform for a time. Because I actually see what set me off is I saw how oddly specific some of the rules were. Like they relaxed it after the first year because that first year was actually extremely strict. Like if you wore tennis shoes without socks, you could actually get you were dress coded. Like what the fuck? And I'm saying this because did they have? Oh, I cursed. And did they have like a dude go around there like lifting up people's like khakis because everybody had to wear khakis. Like look at their ankles and stuff and like that. It goes, oh wait, let me see. There was no shows. Let me stick my finger down there and tickle your foot. I mean seriously. Did they have like the orchestra teacher go around and that was before you? Yeah, you know about the orchestra teacher, right?
Yeah.
The one from the original orchestra teacher from when we first got there.
Yeah.
They found the child porn.
Yeah, that happened my sophomore year.
Yeah, our sophomore year, in the same class.
Year.
Yeah, Jay, the orchestra teacher at Adobe at the time got busted for child porn at his school computer. Pre-internet, mind you.
That reminds me. I was going on YouTube to see if there's any videos on my current school.
Scary,
apparently a teacher molested some kids at my school.
A substitute teacher, right?
No.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah. Well, they have a job there now anyway.
Dude, remember Coach Farrell?
Don't mention names.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this guy, my English teacher, was also a coach. Not like the head football coach, but like a coach. Young dude, he was in his, like, yikes, he was young, but old enough to be a coach. Was dating one of the students and got her pregnant.
Oh no.
And it was like everybody knew about it, and it was like it was okay until it wasn't.
The world's worst kept secret.
Until the one day it wasn't, and it was funny because it came out years, like a few years later. After the relationship, like the whatever happened, I think, you know what I think happened? I bet you they broke up, and that's when she said something, which is why didn't it do anything sooner? But the messed up part is that his buddy was actually the football coach at at I think it was, I forget which college it was, but had just got a job. He left the college and went to go be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, and he was gonna and this person I'm referring to was gonna be on a staff, and that's when everything came out. That poopy hit that fan and went real quick. I said poopy, because it sounds funny when I edit myself. I'm not edit myself, I mean censor myself. So anyways, I made this long rant in the school paper about how disrespectful these punks were. And see, hon, that's why I didn't really have any friends back then. By choice. Because, I'm sorry, we went to school with a lot of cretins. Say cretin in a sentence?
We went to school with some delinquents.
We really did. The friends we had were good friends. But, my God, the ones that weren't, their kids are the ones that make this area what it is now. It's things have changed here. I mean, I've never liked living in Houston, real talk. But it's awful now. But there are things that I do when I was coming up that I miss.
I miss the Astroworld.
You are seriously? What are you eating? Cashews, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
They're almost gone, fool. Back to Sam's Club.
I'll go to Sam's today and pick up some more.
Woot woot. I'm gonna get some Dunkin'. The last day of the Charlie. But tomorrow, butter pecan. I gotta get that butter pecan. Real talk. That butter pecan is supposed to be true. You're not. Never mind what you're not getting. Oxygen to the brain. Yeah. Oh, I said it out loud, and now it's evidence. No, but there's a lot of stuff. A lot of the commercials. Think Young, Rodney D. Young. Remember that on the insurance commercial? Remember that one with the caveman?
Yep.
Caveman. Why did I say caveman? Like it's somebody's last name. I'm Jacob B. Caveman the Third, Esquire, Junior. Anyway, what? Oh gosh, man. That was from back in the day. That's back when Prince Philip was only like slightly old. But that was pretty bad. We gotta wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up with a little bit of humor.
Dude, can you believe Marvin Zindler would be 100 years old in August?
Oh yeah, Marvin Zindler. If you guys don't know who unless you're from Houston, you probably won't know him. Unless you've ever seen the movie The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Well, that was Marvin Zindler. I mean, not acting, but based on the whole thing where like he exposed like the chicken ranch. That's what it was. It was like a whorehouse or whatever. And we should title this. We should title this High Schools and Whorehouses. I'm just joking.
Hey, we should.
No.
The Best Little Whorehouse at Dobie.
Sorry. I'm not gonna laugh at that. I already did.
Did you know what?
I almost choked on my air.
Real
phlegm
talk.
in the lungs. What?
I remember
That was mildly rude. I'm sorry.
my English teacher.
And I can finish my sentence.
Remember? I mean, it's okay to say his name. I mean, come on.
Well, what happened though?
Mr. Vernon. He's the one that told us about the newspaper article that you wrote.
Yeah.
And he made me read it in front of the class, in front of everybody.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about the oh yeah. That's wow.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah, that was awkward as hell.
I can imagine. So what was I saying before I got cut off?
You were talking about the commercial and shit.
Yeah, you and your cursing. Something else. Right afterwards. Oh, I think I was wrapping up. Oh, I was gonna land off with some, finish off with some humor, but you made me forget my joke. I was actually gonna tell a joke, which is hilarious because I'm not the type of person who normally tells a joke. I'm a funny guy. All right, I'm kind of like the old Joe Pesci kind of, funny You know, not funny. I'm not like a clown or nothing, but you know, I can make I can make a fool laugh, right? But I'm not the type of person that tells a joke. Horace walks into a bar and has some beer like that, and the bartender's like, "Do you think you're an alcoholic?" And the horse is like, "I don't think I am," and then disappears. Now, if you're a philosophy student, you just laughed your ass off, because if you're familiar with the works of Descartes, you know he's the one that came up with the phrase, "I think, therefore I am." Of course, if I would have said at the beginning, I would have put Descartes before the horse. Anyway, till next time, guys. Good golf, good tennis, whatever makes you happy. Just, I don't know how to finish that one off. Peace.
Peace.
I'm a nerd.